Newcastle started their lives as Stanley FC from Stanley Street, where the yellow little dot is on the right hand side. St James's across on the left. Stanley Street is a small section of Walker Road between St Peter's Club and St Peter's Station. The road was originally built in 1870. It was over the top of other churches, etc. There was also the Stanley Cricket Club there. And in the winter time, Newcastle United, or as then Stanley FC, played football there to make use of the ground over the winter time. So that was Stanley Street, and they played in red and white. Unbelievable but true. There they are. Not in colour obviously, but here we go. Here's the strip in the Northern League from 1891-92 strip. That was it. The ground was somewhere around about Brinkburn Street and Bowlam Way. It's probably the best place you'd find it. The next ground, and one of the people that had there was Tom Watson. Tom Watson went on to be Liverpool's longest serving manager, believe it or not. He also managed Sunderland. The second ground was Bothell Street, East End, whatever then known Newcastle East End. It was near the vicarage in Bothell Street. It's on the map there, seeing basically roughly where it was. Sitting just to the left there on the yellow markings, that was the second ground, Bothell Street. Third ground, Newcastle East End went to. There they are, no red shirts. It's slightly marked here. It was Dalton Street, slightly to the west of the second ground. There it is, marked up again, roughly, basically where you'd find it if you were to go and look for it. Hopefully I will go and have a proper look for this. I'm just doing a video at the minute. That's red and white again. Really scares me, that bit Man United-ish. And then of course to Heaton, and there we see them down at Heaton Junction. Gillingham Road ground, one of the best in the country. Had a large wooden pavilion. And football's first press boxes was there. They got crowds up to 5,000. Then there was a meeting at Rothbury Terrace after the move to St James's Park. The meeting was held at the home of Alex Turnbull, who was the chairman of Newcastle East End. They decided to call themselves Newcastle United. This was after Newcastle West End folded and Newcastle East End moved to St James's Park in 1892. Obviously they originally began in 1881. That was Stanley FC were Newcastle United. And Rothbury Terrace is now known as the Magpie's Nest. I have a daughter who lives in Rothbury Terrace, not far from there, which was 69 Rothbury Terrace where the meeting was. There's the great gates. I remember my dad showing us them. There's the fantastic floodlights, which I absolutely loved to see. It's the old stand where I used to be, in front and in at some points in the early 70s. Walking up the old stand. Fantastic place. Looking across there you can see the Lee's stand. You can see the Popular stand. I used to call it the Popular stand. It's where the East stand is now. There's a Lee's roof, you can shadow in there above that picture. More of the old Popular sides I called it, in the Gallagher end. Looking down the old weather building. Up from above showing the Lee's stand, the old stand. Gallagher and Popular. Looking great. I remember it well. And again. Looking down on there. Just look at Lee's Park, look at the car park there now, and everything's so much open there. Unbelievable, great view now from the car parks, I would say, looking down over the top of the Gallagher towards the Lee's. Not so much as Osbestosa. First Cup final. I believe that's Osbestosa, wasn't it? The writing went on the wall in 1971. On the back of the stand, 1971. I remember walking up there before that building was there even. I don't see any pictures before that building. There you go, Newcastle United, 1971, that was written there. Remember when he went up? Amazing. Looking down, high up in the sky. Nice high view, looking down the ground. Gallagher end, looking towards the old stand. Another view from the Gallowgate with now the east stand in view on the right hand side. And then fantastic floodlights. There's east stand as it originally stood with that massive wall behind you. And there's Lisa's stand sitting there behind it at that time. Another picture of the east stand. And you only had the old stand and east stand at one point. At that point, still got the Lisa's stand sitting there, keeping people warm. Great picture of the east stand. Notice no floodlight anymore. And then the Millburn stands up. You stand, way end to the left, which was the Lisa's end, which became the away end. Beginning and building the Lisa's end again, the new Lisa's end. And now the Gallowgate end is left open. Lisa's end up, Gallowgate still down. Gallowgate was next, built around it. Not many photos of that, unfortunately, but here it is. The earlier before the big construction. Both ends now covered, the whole ground covered. I loved it when it was like that. Looking up here now, looking up towards the Gallowgate end. Inside, now looking at the Lisa's end, very near where I actually reside in the ground. And there it is today, as it is. What's next though? What's the next stage for St James's Park? I've done a video about it. What are they going to do? Is it going to be an expansion job like that in the Tottenham mode, which is going to mean moving out for at least a year? And where the hell we're going to go? Or is it going to be something like that? Expanding what we've got, building on what we've got. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll find out.